A duel of sun and moon. Win the bells. The magic lanterns had all been snuffed. An eerie quiet unsuitable for the gateway of two warriors settled over Melane. It's awfully quiet. It is. I'm sure it's related to why we were told to come here. Tio and Tanya have been waiting for you. The warrior greeted us in the tongue of the country. What happened to all the people here? I thought they typically walked late into the night. They decided to tone it in. Oli, I had one. Where's Leferia? She's with Callie and Bosch. Not here. You're to continue on, Tanya. The way will become clear. Bosch is waiting for you. Don't lose, Tanya. You too, Tion. You'll follow me. We're going to fight here. Don't you think this is a little conspicuous? Seeing us won't do them any good if they can't follow us. The ship is moving. It's a bit of an impromptu battlefield, so I'm afraid it won't give us quite as much space as back home. It's the perfect location to conduct the raid. It has Callie's name written all over it. Found them. Tion and Argana. Camilla, go get the others. Roger that. Tion. Wow. Huh. Viola's at a time like this. Why now? It couldn't possibly be a coincidence, could it? The ship is drifting away. We won't be able to save Tion. Help! Take care of the violas first. Queen. Violas. Those are but a devotion. Nothing more, nothing less. Pay them no heed. Then you're involved with those monsters after all? I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about. We here knew nothing of the method of devotion prior to now. But enough about that. We are out in the vast ocean now. No one else is here to intervene. Let's begin. It's begun. Vavia, we are getting out of here. Peacing out. Gotta go chase down the Pope who set those violas loose in the lake. Detective Loki has arrived. Then we are to come to, but what about those monsters? Ace and the rest of them can handle those critters. Besides, all of us scooping together is exactly what the enemy wants. Not even our opponent knows what's going on anymore. Maybe they'll turn tail and run. Then you're saying now's our chance? That I am. It's time to present them with some evidence. You're right that Ace and the others should have no trouble taking care of the situation, but what of Tion and Tanya? Everyone will be fine. You can't turn the town into a sea of flames with magic, right? Even you said so earlier. Suppose there's nothing for it then? Understood, leave it to me. Yes, what is it? Great, then I'm leaving you in charge of that. Wakta, Elfie, come with me if you would. I know you just recovered, but you're gonna be of use. Okay. Well, into the end game now. Argana said that the way will become clear, but what did she mean by that? Smell blood, I mean the stone room in Telskura. A sea cave, it's like the dungeon down here. Most of it seems to have been formed naturally, but humans' hands certainly helped it along. I should keep on going to find out. So you made it. Callie Bash. Warriors of Tessia standing atop the walls looking down. Looks exactly like the arena. Where's Leferia and Callie? We got her somewhere else. Don't worry though, we'll let her go once the right's been finished. I never thought this day would come, the opportunity to watch pupil challenge teacher to see just how far they have each developed. Though some parts haven't developed as much as I would have liked. Can we cut it with the comments on my figure already? This is the fate to death. Do we really have to? A little too late to come back out now, isn't it? I don't want to kill Bosch. I should never have read those books to you. Seems you have become even stronger. You killed a level 5, didn't you? I did, just as Aragana killed Belnus. That's what allowed us to reach level 6. I'll give you no choice but to fight. Bosch thrusts out her right hand for an enchantment. The element is poison. If Argana was the snake, then Bosch is the venomous insect. She's worthy of being called the Poison Queen. You can't run away. Passion, excitement, and cheers call for blood. I'm turning this stone coffin into an arena. Let's begin. The third force. Grow. She hated this chant. Even if it ended up holding someone, she had no way to save them. This body is an offering, this golden light bestowed from above. No, she couldn't save anyone, she who refused to stand against the laws that bound her. To hold such a hope was nothing short of shameful. But perhaps this light by itself would one day become a blessing. To the hammer and into the ground, may it bestow good fortune upon ya. Though someone as stupid as she couldn't be saved, perhaps it could be the silver of hope that could save someone else. If that moment ever came, she would bestow everything upon that person, her body, her heart, this light. Do it, homie. Grow. What was that for? What? That's all of them. Are there any casualties? The citizens have all been evacuated. I'll go to save Tion. Camilla, you're in charge of I'm afraid I can't let you do that. That was a wonderful show you put on. Callie family, goals. You'll be facing me. A crimson suit of armor. Almost like that monster, know that voice. Pune Jamal. Was it that obvious? Even though that armor, it truly is a crime to be so beautiful. If I simply kill you now, no one will be any wiser. I've crossed swords with her a few times. She hasn't let up on the weird stun. She says it should be fine. My level is higher. What reason could you have to attack us? And now, are those particles of light? Today is the day I finally crush you. She's strong and quick. What's wrong, Sword Princess? Could she have leveled up? Is she a level 6 now too? Now, shall I do it now? She couldn't have Tempest. I can't cast magic. It worked a curse. Bingo. Status effects are ineffective against it, and only by a little limited number of methods could it be fended off or lifted. Curses for my fate with Otar. But you're proven to be a fine guinea pig. Though I was hoping to try it out on that 9 hell too. Seems she was able to sniff me out. An elf without magic, you may as well replace her with a steaming pile of dog crap. Mela. You're fighting much better than yesterday. Why is that, Tion? Shows it's not just you getting soft. We have just turned level 6. There was still a bit of a gap between our bodies and minds. My fight with Tanya back in the abandoned warehouse was to rectify exactly this. Rectify. You doing okay? Yeah. We don't need a flashback. We know what happened. We are not gonna be defeated badly this time. Still, she's got the advantage when it comes to sheer power. Perhaps that is it. I've gone soft. Then I suppose I'll have to up my game. You're finally back to the old you. Just shut up and fight already. You snake. Your blood is so as delicious as I always imagined. You are sick. I've wanted to drink it for so long. Down to the very last drop. She's getting faster. You're too slow, Tion. You hag? That's how you get your power, isn't it? From the blood of your opponents. You have noticed, have you? Is it the same magic as Bosch? Mine is a curse. It's known as Kalima. As you have already guessed, it allows me to fortify my abilities through the blood of the others, blessed with the power of the Fauna. Callie refers to it as blood drain. Only she and Bosch know about it. And considering I have never used it during your training, it's no surprise you never noticed either. How how is that even fair? Break the curse and my abilities return to normal. A hidden splash of blood would do no good. It needs to be an ample amount like the mouthful I took from you earlier. It drops significantly. Just tell all your deepest secrets, why don't you? You remember, don't you, when you asked me whether I felt anything for killing my own brethren? I feel elation by feasting on the flesh. I grow stronger. They are not gone, they are inside of me. And I get to live forever, cheating death as they propel me to the highest peaks. They have no reason to mourn. Their blood shall become mine and we'll live together forever. Callie is waiting too. She's waiting for me to become the strongest in the land, which is why I'll be feasting on your flesh soon. Like hell. The only truth. Grew from the moment I saw you in the lake, I knew it was fate. I hated Callie at first for letting the two of you leave. You were supposed to be mine to kill, and yet you got away. Argana felt the same for us to be fighting like this now. I hear that is truly our destiny. Didn't even know you had that many words in you. I do have a tendency to talk more when I'm excited. That thin's absolute torture. What should I do? Thinking it's not gonna do me any good here. I don't have Tion and others to back me up. I've got to fight. I was always pleased as punch. I loved how you read to me and sometimes even write me down after our training sessions. All of that was nothing but ways to pass time. Status resistance, no doubt something she picked up in a warrior. How long will she be able to keep it up? The venom of those dungeon monsters doesn't hold a candle to my Bosch. It's swifter and deadlier than even the toxin of a poison vomus. I've decided not to overthink things because I won't change things either way. What the... Strong enough to cut through flesh and bone, Tion's favorite kick. Enchantment is spreading from my left arm. It must have received my attack. You didn't know, did you, when Bosch reached level 6, Velga's leveled up 2. Not only did its power increase, but so did its range. Attack me and your limbs will one by one. My magic may not be strong enough to act as armor, but it's plenty strong enough to enhance the pain and suffering of my opponents. So how the hell did they survive this? They're utterly defeated right now. I'll take you out with ease if you just stand there like a bump of... What? I can't let myself get hit, and I can't do the hitting, which means I'm gonna die before I'd have any chance of taking Bosch down. Do you know why it is that I train you so diligently? It was for this very day, the day when I could fight against you in all of your glory and feast upon your flesh. Since the moment we first met, yes, you would grow strong, so strong, and through that strength I too would reach new heights by killing you. Not once have I ever thought of Argana as a sister. In my eyes, she's nothing but a predator. A predator I refuse to let consume me. I don't want to die. Even if I were to escape from Tuskula, my other half, for whom I share my talent and abilities, would follow me to the ends of the earth. That bothersome bond of blood would always draw us together. Back when Callie had stepped in to keep my sister from killing me, I learned there was only one truth I could cling to. Strength I needed to be strong. I needed a power that couldn't be stolen from me. I will kill you and your sister. I will kill Argana, and then I will become the most powerful warrior in the whole world. Die for me. I had too much poison. I feel it working its way through my heart because of Bosch's callous confession. See that you're suffering, are you giving up? It hurts so bad I can't do this anymore. I'm sweating, my skin is burning, the world is warring, the blood I spilled is turning black. I feel my body's going powerless. It hurts too much, I don't want to fade anymore. Tion, help me, Tion. Don't want to fight. Poison is consuming me and my heart is being torn apart. My mind is going back and forth between the past and present. I find myself crouched in the dark space crying. I'm crying because I don't want to fight anymore. I have been suffering for too long. Die, Tion. Tanya? Tion. Have you had enough yet, Tion? Though you have lost your edge as a warrior, you have lasted longer than expected. I must admit that you have grown stronger and you're not that sad waste of flesh that you were so many years ago. I've lost too much blood, it's hard to think. My mind is hazy and slipping in and out. I never given adventures much thought, but now I look forward to them. Bows in particular, I want to see just how strong he is. Argana is prattling on about something. But first things first, you'll allow me to eat you now, won't you? I suppose if Bosch has been defeated, then I'll just have to kill Tanya's too. In that moment something snapped, though it came a resounding crack, the likes of which I had never heard before, and my vision went red with flame. Argana! What? I'll kill you, I'll kill her, I'll kill you. Lay one finger on her, I dare you. You'll rue the day you were born. I'll never let you touch her. You two are really a different breed of Amazon. You love each other, don't you? Since you seem to be in the dark, I guess I'll go ahead and tell you it's been so long after all. Tanya has always protected you. A duel of sun and the moon. I couldn't be a warrior. I knew I had to protect Tion. When I saw Host shedding tears after having killed Zelda's. From that day, I started killing the other girls in our room when Tion was scheduled to fight them in the rites. I volunteered instead. It was the same when I requested to leave Telsiero. I agreed to do whatever Callie asked of me and killed all of them. I liked fighting but not killing. I suffered so much that I'd spend the whole night shivering calling Tion's name. But my one and only bond allowed me to stay as Tanya Hirut, not as a warrior. Tion was the moon. She lit the way through the darkness when neither of us knew where to go at night. She was there in her moon-like tranquility. I liked her the best at night. It was the one time the angry girl of the day could settle down. I held her close, rocking me to sleep. Without Tion, I wouldn't be who I am. A little me was crying, I can't get up, I said. Tion saved me. I've been crying inside my heart all along. The little me that keeps crying is the real me. It's too painful, I can't get up. When I, together with the little me in my heart, it was about to give up. Don't lose, Tanya. That's what I was told. I saw my sister's back framed in the light of the moon above. Yes, you can say that again. That's right, Tion was always there to hit me on the head, call me stupid, and tug my hand. Little me, it's hard, isn't it? You can barely stand, can you? Try to hold out just a bit longer, okay? Tion's doing her best too. I can smile like the gleaming sun, can't I? I can because Tion's here and also because I've met a hero of the tale that had made us smile. So you're back on your feet. What's your plan then? Doesn't look to me like you're doing so hard. Are you sure you can still fight? How are you going to overcome Bosch's poison? Doesn't hurt, not one bit. I can still fight. I can keep doing this forever. You think I'd lose to the likes of you? Trying to ignore Bosch's poison, don't be stupid. I didn't expect you to be as foolish as this. My Velgas isn't something you can just ignore. Of course, it actually hurts like hell. Well then, but it's not gonna keep me from smiling. Doesn't matter how much it hurts, how much my heart aches, how much I wanna cry. I'll just keep on smiling. I'm stupid, so yeah, maybe this is the only thing I can do. So long as I'm smiling, I don't care about all that bad stuff. That's what I've learned from the heroic tales. Argonaut. It's a story of a boy who wished to become a hero. Oh, I will smile no matter how much I may be made the fool, no matter how often I am scorned by laughter. I shall curve these lips upwards, if not how to show that the spirit smile. Just like the fairy tale hero who had so encouraged me. I have to smile for all those who can't, and if I have to smile forever before you'll smile back, then that's what I'll do. That's ridiculous. Tanya has always been protecting you and has likely been protected by you emotionally. Stupid Tanya, you think you can be a hero to me? Tanya isn't coming. Even if she did, I would only give her an earful with my fist. I'm going to take care of my own enemy. I'd defeat them and protect Tanya, that's why. Argana, I'm going to kill you. I see you again, heated. What a wonderful look that is in your eyes. Finally have become a warrior again. Changed. You always were the biggest idiot and Tusk, you're the craziest animal. What were you expecting? Of course she hasn't changed. This is great. I knew I liked you better than Tion. Tanya's skill is activated. The intense heat, a rare skill that has the same activation requirements as Tion's own attack boost and skill black draft. Almost dangerous when cornered. My future of war, let's see how it plays out. Someone turn on the light in here. Now, who were you expecting, Rod, was it? My lady? Cage Viola, some of the cages are empty though. Did the monsters we saw at the lake and the ones that Ace and the others were fighting get released from here? Isn't this a surprise? How long have you been following me? Guess I was too much of a rush to notice. You're the one who's been setting the violas loose in the lake? It was all me. I was the one who set all these monsters loose into the... We get it already. What do you mean by that? What are you implying? You're really gonna let your kid take all the flock for this node? What's going on here? 2 scumbags for the price of 1, that's what. I saw Node turning pale when we first saw Viola. Notice too, he's followed Node all the way to this cave, followed by us. And what confession that he gave us? He was just covering for his pop. You have got yourself a good bunch of kiddos, don't you, Node? Can't be true, can it, Lord Node? How could you unleash these monsters into the lake? Why would you do something like that? I'm not a wonderful god you all believed me to be. This is my doing. The cat's out of the bag, no use hiding things now. Magical powder that repels monsters. Why do you... I've been sending my kids all over to the folks at the guild, and even the old man Modoc himself. Finally, I've got my evidence. But what do they have to do with any of this? It goes something like this. One of you isn't the culprits. All of you are the culprits. Whether you an accusation like that is an affront to the guild, then what does that make you the one who carried out the actions and questions? The reason Melon has not called for aid from a warrior, even in a situation as dire as this, is because you control the signal. I wouldn't do that. You know that if any adventurers from the guild headquarters came, they would instantly know all about the dirty dealings going on. For instance, our little Viola situation, am I correct? All that Olio shenanigans, about not being on good terms with the guild was simply to hide your involvement as a conspirator, yes? That stack you are carrying, it contains the magic dust. Everything will be proven if we know what that power is made of. Now, are you still going to play innocent? But what could all of them have to do with the flower creatures? They are magic stones mixed in with all that stuff, ain't they? Crush them up real good and small to keep anyone from noticing, then mix them in with the fishy pots and all other sorts of raw stinking goop. Put a lot of work into this to make sure even the other gods wouldn't see through it. I had A sniff things out. She's good at this stuff. Wait just a second, my lady. By magic stones, you don't mean those, do you? How the devil would something like that keep those monsters at bay? Scattering this stuff mixed with magic stones makes the violas go crazy, allowing the boats to sail through without the scratch. Didn't I just say those flowers beasties prefer the taste of their own kind? Released to the lake, eat each other monsters living around the lake. Why else do you think the seas have been so peaceful lately? The number of monsters decreased because they have all been eaten by violas. They ate everything, magic dust and other monsters alike. Take a look at this fish, Loki. It's a Dobas. Wonderful set of skills it has. Yes, all of the results of evolution. You don't have to tell me that's been happening since monsters first emerged on the surface. It's actually quite lucky was somehow able to keep itself alive. Its children were able to find food. Others, however, weren't so lucky. That's why you set loose all those violas into the lake. Who would state that the increase in monsters these past 500 years has been too great? I guess that makes sense. On land, we are able to keep them under control, but there aren't many who could do that in the open sea. Did what they could, but it was meaningless. If it had gone on much longer, my man and I would have been out of jobs. Fishing would become a fool's errand in every sea in the world. I simply couldn't let that happen. You are God of the world, after all. The whole reason you have descended to the human world was to reap the bounties of the waters. Recently in Meline, the fish dropped to dangerously low levels thanks to the monsters. They were nabbing all of the fish before we could. Hawaii, of course, had enough money that it could simply import its fish from elsewhere. But what were my man supposed to do? Fishing is our livelihood. We have no other way of owning money. And with each passing voyage, my man will dine. Rod's father and his grandfather both met their ends this way. My blessing did them no good. They were no match for the monsters. Alternately, I could have gone to Poseidon route and militarized my family. The thought had crossed my mind. But my man would have no doubt done that. It would have been an impossible task as Poseidon's attempt to clear the water. Needless to say, I'd reached quite an impasse. When was that and how was it? 7 years ago, perhaps, or no, 6. One of them washed right down the sewers from Hawaii and landed in our lake. It's been taken care of by a family who just so happened to have been visiting. That was when I saw Viola attacking another monster. That's how you started searching for them. I met the strangest human. What kind of human? Deathly pale, almost though his very skin simply refused to absorb light from the sun, and with eyes hidden beneath lawn bands. I admitted why I was there, and he began negotiating with me. I asked for a few things in return. Then you may use these monsters as you see fit, my lord. And so we forged a secret pact in return for releasing the violets into the lake. I agreed to help him smuggle his goods out of Meline. And that's why the guild branch office and the Modoc estate had to get involved. For this, I knew that it would be best to have the guild and the Modoc on my side. We all knew we wanted to work together after all. And what about those folks who didn't have the powder, huh? They would still get attacked by the violas. Did your plan take them into account? It seemed a small price to pay. I want to make clear, if in any of your dealings did you ever come in contact with any evilest remnants or human monster hybrids? Somebody had to have hauled all those violas here, right, from a while. Then you did the duty of tossing them into the lake. Who delivered them? The Ishtar familiar. They acted as a sort of contact or perhaps intermediary. They have done a lot for us, always coming to our aid when we needed it. To enter and leave the city unseen, and they take care of any flowers who have grown too big for the pots. What are we gonna do then, Loki? I won't tell anyone about what you have done here. After all, peace has returned to the city. I'm gonna have to tell the guild about the violas, and you are not going to be able to use them anymore. You are gonna work like a damn pack hose for all the trouble you have put me through. I got plenty of more things I'm gonna ask you. That miserable brat, Callie's probably using these tunnels as her own personal footage, isn't she? Then that means Leferia and Tanya are here somewhere to let everyone else know that Leferia and the others are here, would you? You mean Ace and Reveria? No, I mean everyone. The whole familia. Like hell, we are gonna let the girls have all the fun. You ingrates, you're gonna let those girls walk all over us? Let's go do this. Beth only knows how to rile up a crowd, but they are already fit to be tied. The whole lot of them, what's gonna go on and crawl up their asses, eh, Wall? That's, we ran into a certain little Wookiee at the Flamin' Wasp earlier. That's the Cali familiar in question over there, is it not? Which means Tion and Tanya must be there too. We have news from Loki Messenger. We are too ready. Ace and the others' weapons, rally the troops, and launch an attack. Is everyone here? This should be everyone. What of Ace and the other weapons? Primed and ready, thanks to this service in Tatsubuki gave them. I've got Ace's sword, you guys take care of the other weapons. Okay, everyone, we have to meet up with a certain pair of sisters. While this may not seem like much, I assure you we will have our hands full. You are telling us we never know what those Amazons will do to us. These are direct orders from Loki. We are to find the two of them and bring the hammer down. We are off to Malim to find Cali Familia, take care of our enemies as quickly as possible. Let us leap off the side of the towering walls. What the hell? Damn, Elvin Wench, trying tying me up like this. I'm telling me to confess my sins. I'm an elite, the branch manager of the guild, and then a super elite, so you can't do this to me. Get free of these damn confounded ropes. Who's there so ambitious and accomplished too? Even Uranus had agreed that you might be able to turn things around for the branch office. Here you are, how the mighty fell. Though some of your actions may be pardonable, considering your also laudable cause of restoring peace to the oceans. A ghost? That doesn't condemn the fact that you took advantage of your position to line your pockets. Disciplinary measures must be taken. What are you going to do? To think I had to come all the way out here for this, and here I thought Loki worked her man hard. I should be making haste. It would seem they have already arrived. What was that? What the hell? Move it. Loki familiar. You're here. Apologies for our late arrival. What's the current status? Ace and the others have been brought to a standstill farther down the road. I got it. Gareth, take Wall and the others and head towards the western border of the city. The devil's going on over there. We're last seen heading in that direction. Where's Bet? Knowing him, he's already tearing things up at the pier. Perfect, we'll leave that to him then. And what of us? Well, we will. Knowing little. I'm going to lose. I can't use magic, and the sword I'm using is no match for Tanya and Tion will. What the hell? What's going on? Bet, I thought you were supposed to be going up against the Cali Familiar, what's it? But this is just that nasty frog from Ishtar Familiar. Single bit of what you just told me, aside from the fact that those cows are keeping us from Tanya and Tion. You gotta save them, numbskull Amazons, don't you? They'll do a lot better with your help than mine. But she's as strong as a level 6, and my magic it was sealed, so I'm going up against her alone would be... Shut the hell up, would ya? Only a little bit longer and I'll become stronger than even you, at least without that win of yours. He's waiting for that full moon. Got it, thank you. Stop right there, sword princess. You're not going anywhere. Don't mess with me, Vanguard. I know you can't get enough of me, but I don't have time for this. You smoking something's foggy? I'll warn you, I'm a great deal stronger now after chasing that sorry girl. You think I care that you leveled up? You're nothing but a dog with its tail between its legs. You're gonna regret those words. No way, the moon. Meet the fate. What the hell are you saying? What are they saying? Someone's here, maybe they came into the cave, at least that's what it seems like. Why else would they be scuttling about? I can't very well sit here and do nothing, can I? At the very least, I need to inform them of my location. Moonlight, and is it that crack in the cave? It must lead outside. I have a plan, but it's dangerous to be gambling on the impossible. It's ridiculous magic powerhouse. I'm a ridiculous magic powerhouse. Unleash strike of light, bow limbs of the holy tree. If they could see the light pouring from the inside through the crack in the sky, you are an expert of the... Ace. Yeah, alright, Lefiria. Not as easy on the eyes as the one you're expecting them. I'm not, so I wasn't sure you're just imagining things. Got him. We ain't even allowed to breathe. This one hit and reminds me of the first time I met those two ragamuffins. You seem pretty confident in your skills, don't you, lassies? This insane. How could you be even more powerful than the Sword Princess? Because he's unleashed the beast. He's not himself. This is getting boring. Lost the armor and all. Wait. Don't ever show yourself in front of me again, frog. Go to hell. Asa Prime has lost. She's using level boost, but she lost. I've never seen a werewolf with such an overwhelming boost of power. There you are. Shit. I don't have time for you. You damn animal. Don't try it, Rana. You are in my way. You are the one controlling that light, aren't you? Aisha, there's no time to talk, all of you won. If you're not willing to fall in the fire, don't jump in the pan. What a beautiful metaphor. Well, metaphor? I don't know if it's a metaphor. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.